I love a good Bundt cake, but you know what makes it truly next level? A simple syrup that locks in moisture, enhances flavor, and keeps every bite soft and luscious. If you've ever had a dry Bundt cake, don't worry. This quick syrup will make sure that never happens again. It's my little secret weapon for keeping cakes moist, flavorful, and absolutely irresistible. Today, I'm showing you how to make the perfect cake syrup that will take your Bundt, layer, or sponge cake to the next level. So grab your saucepan and let's get started. I start by grabbing a small saucepan, nothing fancy, just one that gets the job done. Next, I measure out a 1/4 cup of sugar and pour it into the saucepan, making sure it's evenly spread out. Then I measure a 1/4 cup of water and slowly add it to the sugar, giving it a gentle swirl to start the mixing process. Once the sugar and water are well combined, I measure out 1½ tablespoons of lemon juice and set it aside, ready to be added after the sugar has completely dissolved. Since this syrup is meant for making Bundt cakes extra moist, it works wonderfully with lemon Bundt cakes by enhancing the citrus flavor and adding just the right amount of tanginess. The lemon juice enhances the citrus flavor and complements the cake beautifully. However, if you're making a different flavored Bundt cake, you can infuse this syrup with vanilla, almond, orange, or any extract that complements your cake. Or keep it classic with a simple sugar syrup that lets the cake's flavor shine. Or if you prefer a classic simple syrup, you can leave it as is and let the cake's flavor shine on its own. I place the saucepan over medium heat, allowing the sugar and water to warm up gradually. I grab my silicone spatula and start stirring. I like using a silicone spatula because it scrapes the pan well and keeps any sugar from burning. As the sugar starts dissolving, I keep stirring to ensure a smooth consistency and prevent any sugar crystals from forming. Once the sugar starts dissolving, I keep stirring. This takes about 2 to 3 minutes, and I watch closely for that moment when the mixture turns clear and silky, smooth. No one wants grainy syrup, so patience is key. Trust me, I've learned the hard way. I let the syrup simmer gently for another 1 to 2 minutes, stirring now and then to keep it smooth. I don't want it to thicken too much. This is a syrup, not a caramel. Once everything is beautifully blended, I take it off the heat and let it cool for 5 to 10 minutes. I transfer it into a squeeze bottle because it makes application super easy. Plus, I feel like a pro when I use it. If I'm not using it right away, I store it in an airtight container in the fridge where it stays fresh for up to a week. But honestly, it never lasts that long in my kitchen. When I first started baking Bundt cakes, I had my fair share of disasters, cakes sticking, breaking apart, and sometimes just refusing to come out of the pan like they were glued in. Over the years, I've learned a few tricks that have completely changed my baking game, and I'm excited to share them with you. If you're wondering how to remove a Bundt cake from the pan without breaking it, I've got a detailed video showing you exactly how to do it smoothly. Trust me, I've been there. Gently tapping the pan, holding my breath, and hoping for the best. But there's a foolproof way to make sure your cake comes out clean, and I walk you through every step. If your Bundt cakes always stick to the pan, don't worry. I used to struggle with this too. There's nothing worse than putting all that effort into baking a gorgeous cake only to have half of it stuck to the pan. But through trial and error, and maybe a few tears, I discovered the best methods for greasing, flouring, and preparing your pan so your cakes slide out effortlessly every time. Check out my video tutorial where I share all my tried and true tips. Need Bundt cake inspiration? I totally get it. Sometimes you just want to try something new. Whether you're in the mood for a classic lemon Bundt, a rich chocolate masterpiece, or something totally unique, I've got plenty of recipes to inspire you. Browse my Bundt cake playlist for tons of delicious flavors and creative ideas to keep your baking exciting and fun. At the end of the day, baking is a journey, and I'm always learning new tricks to make it even better. If you have a favorite Bundt cake tip or a question, drop a comment. I love hearing from fellow bakers. Now, let's make this Bundt cake extra moist, because nobody wants a dry cake unless you're using it as a doorstop. And let's be real, we bake cakes to eat them, not to reinforce furniture. If my cake is fresh out of the oven, I let it cool for about 10 minutes before applying the syrup. Using my squeeze bottle, I drizzle an even layer over the cake, watching it soak into every inch. It's oddly satisfying, like watching a sponge soak up water, but way more delicious. For best results, you can poke small holes in the cake with a skewer before drizzling the syrup. Think of it as giving the cake a little hydration therapy. It's been through a lot in the oven after all. This helps the liquid absorb even deeper, ensuring that every bite is irresistibly moist and packed with flavor. It may seem like a small step, but it makes a huge difference. Think of it as letting the cake drink up all that delicious moisture. Sure, it takes an extra minute, but trust me, it's worth it. Besides, if you're patient enough to bake a Bundt cake, an extra minute won't hurt. Unless you're like me and already eyeing the cake, wondering how soon you can dig in. My cakes always turn out softer, juicier, and honestly, they thank me for it. That's it. a simple, foolproof lemon cake syrup that turns any bundt or layer cake into a masterpiece. It's quick, easy, and makes all the difference between a good cake and an unforgettable one. If you love this recipe, hit that like and subscribe button for more baking hacks and delicious recipes. And if you're wondering how to safely transport your beautifully baked bundt cake without any mess or stress, I've got you covered. Check out my next video, The Secret to Perfectly Packaging Bundt Cakes Like a Pro. Thanks for baking with me, and I'll see you in the next video.